Alright, welcome back to Putnam Land Conservancy ArcGIS tutorials. Today we're going to be talking about the thematic map series, which will allow us to make an entire group of maps centered around one spot, and each map will have a different feature layer enabled. For instance, if you are working with a lot of FNAIS layers, they're assessment layers, as you can see on the left, I can, in one fell swoop, make identical maps for each one of these different layers, which I can use for assessments. So the first thing to do is get them all together in one group. You can see I've already put them in a group, and then the next thing to do is to right click it and go down to group type and turn it into a radio group. I think of it as channels on a walkie-talkie. You can only be on one channel at a time. Unlike the checkbox where you can check all of them, you can check 5 or 6 radio group, only one thing can be checked at a time. So let's go ahead and turn it on so you can see it in operation. If I click over on strategic habitat, it will automatically disable rare species and enable strategic habitat. This is how the radio group works. Very convenient. So let's come over here to our layout. And the first thing we need to do after we've got it set up, and we've got our legend set up to only display objects that are within the view, is come up here to Map Series on our Insert tab and come down to Thematic. So it's asking me here what radio group layer, and it's going to be the layer that I've chosen, which is a radio group. So I've already set it to radio group, so it knows to look for that. It'll be whatever this group is, group name that you named it. If you've enabled it as a radio group, it should show up here. So we're going to hit OK, and we're going to see over here in our Map Series tab, now it sees all of these different things as our thematic map series. Now let's go ahead and just double click. I'm going to double click on one and see what happens. I can see that priorities 4, 5, and 6 are displayed. It doesn't bother showing 1, 2, and 3 because they're not within the map frame. That's perfect. Let's go ahead and check on cooperative land cover. So I just give it a double click and then I wait patiently. Alright, very good. So it's just showing us on the legend things that are displayed on the map. So next thing is let's add some dynamic text. We're going to go down to the Map Series group. And this Map Series group will not show up on your dynamic text menu until you have gone over here to Map Series and turned on the thematic map series. Otherwise, this will just be missing. So now that we've done that, we can see here page name. So I'm going to click it, and I'm going to give it a spot, and it's going to automatically have the text page name : I'm going to go ahead and just double click on this, and you can see I've got a box over here. So I'm going to turn this into Paramore, and then I'm going to come to the text symbol and I'm going to tell it to be a little bit bigger. Let's see if I can get that to work. Alright, that seems doable for me. I'll expand this in case it needs a second level for something. Alright, so let's go ahead and close this element, and you can see it automatically got the title. Let's go over here and check underrepresented natural communities. I'll just double click on it and wait patiently, and we should see the title change over here. There we go. All right. Now, you know what? I just realized I'd like to see my parcel boundary outline above it. It is above it in this list. I needed to hit clear on my selection. All right, there we go. So that's what I want to see. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and come up here to share. So we're going to export this layout, of course, geo-referenced. And let's take a look here. This is all, you're going to make this however you want. You're going to export it to wherever you want. I'm going to go ahead and choose my project area, and I'll put it in my maps. Alright, so the next important thing is to come over here to Map Series. All 13 pages, yes, I have got 13 pages. Do I want them in one big PDF? Then it'll be a single file. Do I want them in multiple files? Do I want page numbers as the suffix? Or do I want the page name? I want the page name as the suffix. So, each one will be named Paramore Underrepresented Natural Communities, Paramore Functional Wetlands, Paramore, etc. And then we're going to go ahead and just double check it one more time. Is my vector resolution okay? Everything looks fine. And we're going to go ahead and export it. And then fairly soon, we'll begin to see the maps appearing here in my map folder. In the meantime, we can enjoy some 1943 aerial imagery of my land. You can see here the steep head ravine surrounded by laurel oaks that have always been naturally protected from fire. And the pond, sinkhole pond, ephemeral lake here. There's a steep head stream in there. Let's go ahead and see where we are with the export. Still preparing. Always important to be patient. Here you can see the steep head ravine topography feeding this ephemeral lake. All right, export has begun. It looks like we've got the first, no, that's not it. There it is. Paramore Thematic Map Series. So right away we're seeing exactly what we want here. We've got individual maps named all the same extent. You can see there's no natural floodplain on my land, so you just got nothing here. But you can see the entire land is a priority 7 significant surface water. So all of these are going to just pop out, and so convenient, save me so much time. I hope that this helps. It's definitely been a big help. We heard from our good friend Kim Hall that this was possible, and this is how you do it. All right, everybody. All right, happy conserving.